Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome to tonight's episode of Morte. Tonight, there is a beheading in Camelot. And I'm very excited to share it with you too. I was about to say a fatal beheading in Camelot, but I don't think there's any other kind, to be honest. I'm still looking forward to it. Anyway, so hello, good evening Reagan, good evening Queen, welcome guys, welcome. And Queen, I'm now aware of what biscuits are, thank you. Biscuits are not like that where I come from, is all I can say. Biscuits in this country are biscuity things with, like hard cakes. That's a biscuit. They're served in packets. There are entire aisles of supermarkets full of them, Queen. So, you know, that was a new thing to learn. Hello, Mike. Hello, Danny. Come in. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Tonight, well, I'm not even sure what type of biscuit you're referring to as being in packets anymore. It all gets very serious. Anyway, tonight's tale. We're taking a bit of a breather from Sir Tristram tonight, ladies and gents. Sir Tristram, I was looking ahead. He goes off to Cornwall for a few episodes now. You know, like it's not going to be back until next week, is Sir Tristram. Well, good. I'm glad that you wanted something yummy, Danny. Don't worry. This is why we give it a little while before the show starts. You've got me warming up the show. But welcome. Hello, Clockwork. Come in. Hello, Roger. Welcome, everyone. I hope we're all having a good Thursday. I can't believe it's almost the end of the week. It doesn't feel like it's the end of the week. Mainly, I suppose, because I had Monday. Monday threw me off because there was no Periscope show on Monday. I'm now at that point, guys, where my internal body clock expects there to be 5 Periscope days per week. And if there are only 4 Periscope days per week, it gets thrown horribly out of joint. But hopefully, we'll pick back up and all will be well. All will be well and sorted, which is what we want. Is it Queen's video cooking? Is it who was cooking, Danny? What I assume it was cooking. What was the yummy video, guys? What was the yummy video on Periscope? I'm now curious. I'm curious and I need to find out, and there's a lag between you guys replying and me speaking, so now I need to keep speaking. Share, Queen, share, otherwise no show tonight if I don't get sharing. I'm getting serious and tough, and this needs to come off, doesn't it? See, I'm having to push my hair back at the moment, but going there. I won't, Clockwork, don't worry, I won't. A chef in Haringey making meatballs. I like making meatballs. I should Periscope myself making meatballs. Good, I'm glad. What type of meatballs were there? Well, if I were to go topless on the show, actually maybe I should go topless on the show, shouldn't I? Maybe I should. No, I'll just... There. People are slightly worried there. What do you think? No, don't worry. There's a t-shirt beneath. Well, you know, hats off. I'm going to have to put a hat on. Hat on to hats off. Hats off to the well-fit topless chef. If I were to cook my meatballs, they will not be as good as a yummy show like that. And, you know, we could do topless poetry, Mike. We could, but it would just have to be with somebody else other than me. Topless poetry with me would not be perhaps as good as it should be, as I have a very sedentary life at the moment, eating biscuits and reading and writing far too much. Anyway, hats off to the topless chef. And we will return then on that note. On that note, ladies and gents, excellent. Chainmail suits me better anyway. It brings out the brown in my eyes. we will return to the land of Camelot, ladies and gents. For we have been telling the tale of Sir Tristram and King Mark, but after much strife between the two of them, Sir Tristram and King Mark have now departed from the court of Camelot when peace was struck between them by King Arthur. And now Arthur is in Camelot with his Knights of the Round Table and has just discovered the knight Sir Lamorak. Sir Lamorak is a powerful knight on the jousting field and has recently proved himself well, winning a 3-day tournament just outside of Camelot. And there did Sir Lamorak quite ably embarrass Sir Gawain, knocking him down along with all of his men. And Sir Gawain, ladies and gents, has been made sore with anger over this. For you see, Gawain is quick to anger at the very, very best of times. But even now, Gawain is hatching a plan to slay Sir Lamorak. Not just because Sir Lamorak defeated him upon the field of battle. No. Lamorak's father was a knight whose name was Sir Pellinore, or King Pellinore, one of the Low Kings. And it was King Pellinore who slew Sir Gawain's father, the evil knight, King Lot of Orkney. Now, since then, Gawain has had his revenge upon Pellinore and has slain Lamorak's father, and Gawain is now afeared that should Lamorak discover that it was in fact Gawain who slew Sir Pellinore, that Lamorak might exact a vengeance against Gawain, and so Gawain wants that man slain. But all this to come, ladies and gents. Just bear that in mind at the back of your mind. Strange, devious things are afoot in Camelot tonight. Now, turn we again to Sir Lamorak, and we speak of his brethren, Sir Tor, who was King Pellinore's first son, and begotten of Aes, wife of the cowherd, for Sir Tor was a bastard. And Sir Aglavale was his first son, who was begotten in wedlock. Sir Lamorak and Sir Dorna, Percival, these were his sons too in wedlock. So when King Mark and Sir Tristram had departed from the court, there was made great sorrow for their departing. And then the king and his knights made no manner of joys for 8 days thereafter. And at the end of 8 days' end there came to the court a knight with a young squire with him. And when this knight was unarmed, he went to the king and required him to make the young squire a knight. "Of what lineage has he come?" said King Arthur. "Sir," said the knight, "he is the son of King Pellinore, who did you sometime good service, and he is a brother unto Sir Lamorak de Galis, the good knight." "Well," said the king, "for what cause desire you of me that I should make him a knight? Know you well, my lord the king, that this young squire is brother to me as well as to Sir Lamorak, and my name is Sir Aglavale." "Sir Aglavale," said Arthur, "for the love of Sir Lamorak and for his father's love he shall be made a knight tomorrow. Now tell me," said Arthur, "what is his name?" "Sir," said the knight, "his name is Percival de Galis." "Now tell me," said Arthur, "what is his quest?" "Sir," said the knight, "his quest is to find the Holy Grail." "Now tell me," said Arthur. What is the airspeed of an African swallow? No, I'm being silly with the African. Arthur just asked what his name was. This is from Les Morte d'Arthur by Sir Thomas Malory Reagan, which was written hundreds of years ago. Apart from those last few lines there, where as soon as Arthur said, what is his name, I felt compelled to make a Monty Python reference, which was awful of me. Awful of me. I know. It was begging for it, right, guys? It was begging for a Monty Python reference. We'll roll that back. Now tell me, said Arthur, what is his name? Yes, we won't go to Camelot, 'tis a silly place. Sir, said the knight, his name is Sir Perceval de Galis. And so on the morn, King Arthur made him a knight in Camelot. But the king and all the knights thought it would be long before he proved a good knight. And at the dinner, when the king was sat at the table, and every knight after was of prowess, the king commanded Sir Perceval to be set among mean knights. And so was Sir Perceval set as the king commanded. Then there was a maiden in the queen's court who was come of high blood, and she was dumb, and never spoke a word. And right so she came straight into the hall, and went unto Sir Perceval, and took him by the hand, and said aloud, that the king and all the knights might hear it, Arise, Sir Perceval, the noble knight, and God's knight, and go with me. And so he did. And there she brought him to the right side of the chair perilous, and she said, Fair knight, here take your seat, for this seat has been appertaineth to thee, and to no other. And right so she departed and asked a priest, and as she was confessed and household, then she died. And then the king and all the court made great joy of Sir Perceval. So, halfway through tonight's tale, ladies and gents, and Sir Perceval, brother to Sir Lamorak, has just come to the court and been made a knight by King Arthur. King Arthur thought this knight to be no great knight, but a woman, a mute woman, has come out of the castle, has seen Sir Perceval, and has suddenly been given the voice of God, so that she might tell Sir Perceval that his place is in the seat perilous at the round table. For this night is a great night indeed. Thank you, Fabi. It's been ages since I've seen you on here. How are you? Starts with a miracle, then a death. Quite quick, actually, there as well, clockwork. She comes out, she says her piece, she sees the priest, she confesses, she dies. Which, possibly the shortest cameo of anybody in the tale so far. Appears one sentence, is dead the next sentence. But that's just how we roll. Well, excellent, Fabi. It's great to have you back. Now, though, we turn unto Sir Lamorak, who was much praised. And, by the means of Sir Gawain and his brethren, they sent for their mother. They sent for their mother, who was besides in a castle by Camelot. And all was to that intent by Sir Gawain, to slay Sir Lamorak. For the Queen of Orkney, Gawain's mother, arrived in Camelot a little while later. But Sir Lamorak knew of their coming, and he was forewarned, and, to make an end of this matter, he sent unto the Queen of Orkney, and there, between them, was a knight assigned that Sir Lamorak should come to her. Therefore Sir Gaheris was warned, and he rode afore the same night, and waited upon Sir Lamorak Then he saw him come all armed. And when Sir Lamorak alit, he tied his horse to a privy postern, and so he went to a parlour and unarmed himself. And then he went to the queen's bed, and she made him passing great joy, and he of her again. For either one loved each other passingly sore. And so, when the knight Sir Gaheris saw this time, he came to their bedside, all armed with his sword, naked in the light. And suddenly he got his mother by the hair and struck off her head. And when Sir Lamorak suddenly saw the blood dash upon him all hot, of the woman that he loved so passingly well, he knew that he had been sorely abashed and dismayed of that dolorous knight. And therewith Sir Lamorak leapt out of the bed in his shirt as a knight dismayed, and he said thus, Sir Gaheris, Knight of the Round Table, foul and evil have you done here, and to you great shame. Alas, you have slain your own mother who bore you into this world, and what with more right that you should have slain me? This offence have you done, said Gaheris. Notwithstanding a man is born to offer his service, but yet should you beware with whom you meddle, and that you have put me and my brethren to shame. For your father slew our father, and now you took our mother to bed. It's shame for you to suffer so. And as for your father, King Pellinore, my own brother Sir Gawain and I slew him. We did. You did him wrong, said Sir Lamorak. For my father did not slay your father. Your father was slain by Balin the Savage. And as yet my father's death has not been revenged. Leave those words, said Sir Gaheris. For you speak feloniously, and now ready yourself, for I will slay you. And it may happen that you aren't naked now, but I am ashamed to slay you. But know you well, in what place that I may get thee, I shall slay you. And now that my mother is quit of you, withdraw yourself, take up your armour, so that we might fight like men. Sir Lamorak saw that there was no other cause, but fast armed himself, and took his horse, and rode his way, and made great sorrow. But for this shame and dolour, he would not ride to King Arthur's court, but instead he rode another way. And when it was known that Gaheris had slain his mother, the king was passingly angry, and commanded him to go out of his court. And know you well that Sir Gawain was angry that Gaheris had slain his mother, and let Sir Lamorak escape. And for this matter was the king passingly angry, and so was Sir Lamorak and many other knights. Sir, said Lancelot, here is a great mischief befallen by felony, and by forecast treason, that your sister has been shamefully slain. And I dare say that it was wrought by treason, and I dare say that you shall now lose that good knight, Sir Lamorak, the which is a great pity. And I know well and already sure that if Sir Tristram knew this, then he would never more come within your court, and that should grieve you even more, Arthur, and all of your knights. God defend, said the noble King Arthur, that I should lose Sir Lamorak or Sir Tristram, for then twain of my chief knights of the Round Table were gone. Sir, said Sir Lancelot, I am sure that you will now lose Sir Lamorak, for Sir Gawain and his brethren will slay him by one means or another, for they amongst themselves have concluded and sworn to slay him, and ever they might see their time for this. We shall see, said Arthur, and left it of that. There ladies and gents, we end tonight's tale. Sir Lamorak has fled from the court of King Arthur after Gawain, who was angry that Lamorak should be sleeping with his mother, should come there with sword naked to slice off his mother's head and threatened to take Lamorak's life. Now we shall see what happens as Lamorak slaved off through the countryside, chased by Gawain and Garis and all the brethren of that family. It's all kicking off, ladies and gents. I told you there were dark things astir in the court of Camelot. And we'll catch up with them all again tomorrow. And I, for one, cannot wait for that. Hello, by the way, everybody watching this, who's not watching it through the app right now. Hello, those of you who are watching it live through Twitter or through Facebook or just through the internet. Welcome. Welcome. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Please, if you do enjoy the show, download the app. Come on, watch it live. And you can talk to us. And thank you, Gina. Thank you for sharing it with your teachers at the school. Wonderful, wonderful. I hope they're all enjoying it and have enjoyed the show. As much as I enjoy telling it myself. So thank you for those of you watching it. If you do like it, I read the stories of King Arthur every night on Periscope at this time. So download the app and hit follow, please. Or not follow on Twitter or something like that. So you can get there. Excellent, Marissa. The last thing I noticed, you came through, Marissa. Marissa, don't be sad. You came through in time to get the crux of tonight's tale. That moment when Gary sliced off his mother's head and then stood facing Sir Lamorak in the moonlight. Sword unsheathed. And yes, as Danny says, till bashing, my novel is coming up in about 4 minutes' time. I'll close this scope down and open up a new scope for till bashing. But we are getting back to Grimsby and the wonderful world of working in retail tonight, which I'm very, very excited about. Not in one sitting, Fabi. Not in one sitting. At some point, we're over halfway through Les Morte now. And at some point when we finish it, I will need to think about what do we read next. But I'm trying not to read any more prose on the show than Till Bashing and Les Morte. Poetry Live, we can do some stuff. And actually, I was going to do some Oscar Wilde for some poetry at another time. I might have Clockwork. I haven't checked. I haven't checked my Twitter. Yes, Clockwork. I did see it. Give me the full label, Clockwork. If you give me the full label, I will read the full label on Poetry Live, which is the other thing I do, ladies and gents. Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Fridays at 9:30 UK time. I read poetry. I think read the poet, be dressed like him and be sort of sat in a sort of chair, sort of like that. I would love to try that. I would love to go for that. But yes, send me the full label, Clockwork, and I will do the full for the full thing. Oh, multiple pictures, Clockwork. Break it down into multiple pictures. I'm sure there must be a way to do Dr. Look, I'm going to oh wow. Okay, guys. Don't worry about it, Clockwork. I have just found this. Here we go. If in doubt, Google, my friends. If in doubt, tell you what. Next Wednesday on Poetry Live, I will turn Dr. Bronner's magic soap into a poem. done and sorted. Ladies and gents, and be careful, Frank. Otherwise, I'll have to put on a hat. It will not take 2 hours. I can do it in under 2 hours, Julia. I can take this. Have faith, Julia. Have faith. I will do it. Well, please do. And thank you so much for coming tonight, Reagan. Wonderful, wonderful to see you. I know, Frank. I know it's actually getting so long at the moment. It's losing some of its volume. I mean, it's kind of straightening out, and I'm having to sweep it aside a lot. I need to get it cut so I can have it sort of like to that, and not have to worry about sweeping it out. I need, bloody hell, I'm gonna have to get a fair bit cut. A fair bit cut. You enjoy it too much, Frank. What I need when I have my hair cut is someone stood in the corner playing the violin, candles, and possibly a group of nuns weeping to one side. It's a serious occasion, Frank. Anyway, Till Bashing coming up right now, ladies and gents. My novel Till Bashing is coming up, so bear with me 1 second while I bring this thing down. It's not a toupee, just a fringe, guys, just a fringe. Please let me have a fringe. Please let me have a fringe. Hello, Jin. Hello, welcome, Gina, welcome. Better late than never, absolutely. Till Bashing is just about to start, though. Isn't it just, Barbie? Isn't it just? Till Bashing is just about to start, so I'm going to close this scope down and load it up again, and then I'll read to you this week's latest instalment of my novel. So see you guys in a few minutes. Well, a few seconds. See you in a minute. That's right, Gina. That's the attitude. Till Bashing in about 30 seconds.